Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Before I present my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Rian Ade Pangestu, and my number is 2021 06 10 185. And tonight I will explain you about the prospect and challenges uh, of the meditation effectiveness in the Indonesia religious court and the Malaysian Sharia courts. And before that, I will tell you about the introduce. The court resolved this disagreement, and the court verdict didn't certify or vindicate the parties. Court settlement require for formal evidence regardless of the contending parties' ability to submit. The losing party must accept the court ordering conflict resolution, which increase unhappiness. Alternative dispute resolution based on the peaceful means has evolved as a remedy to the difficulties generated by the court and the ineffective justice system. Peace meditation at the religious court. So, meditation is the private process assisted by a mediator who is the neutral third party to explore this concern, manage the emotion, identify their needs, and create a safe place for them to negotiate and reach a resolution on their own. And the meditation is conducted outside the court as under oath of the court procedure, with the disputing parties participating either voluntarily or by the court order. To maintain neutrality and confidentiality, it is very important for the mediator to gain the trust of the dispute parties. The mediator will facilitate communication between disputing party by letting them examine their concern and set their own solution to reach a mutually acceptable resolution. Uh, so, in the previous research has in the our research previous research has been conducted on the topic of the religious core in Indonesia and Malaysia, and the paper uh, entitled Religious Court in Indonesia and Malaysia, History, Structure, and the Jurisdiction was written by Raihan Azara and Farid Sayan Soiba. The focus of the article is to compare and contrast the similarity and the difference between the Indonesia and Malaysia religious court in the terms of the history, organization structure, and the jurisdiction. However, the effectiveness of meditation in the two countries is not discussed in the article, because that we choose this title for the different with uh, and other other research. So this is our content. First, we talking about the meditation understanding in the Indonesian religious court and Malaysia Sharia courts. And the second is implementation of meditation in the Indonesian religious court. And the third is the implementation of meditation in the Sharia court of Malaysia. And the fourth is the flow of the meditation process in the Indonesian religious court and the Malaysian Sharia court. And the last is the effectiveness of the meditation in the Indonesia religious court and the Malaysian Sharia court. So meditation understanding in the Indonesian religious court and the Malaysia Sharia court. Uh, in Indonesia, a religious court have existed since the independence of the country. Initially, the implementation of Islamic teaching was not carried out as an ordering and systematic social system, but a result of the community needs for the development of teaching, their implementation in the society. This order developed into the today in the Islamic society. Comparing with the implementation of meditation in our neighbor country, Malaysia, we find that their Sharia court, also known as the religious court, implement meditation. In the early stages of the its cases or dispute submit to the Sharia court, the dispute parties must reconcile so that the dispute cannot proceed to the next hearing. And in general, the Sharia Court of the Malaysia apply to the multi-step meditation procedure. Disputing party must first agree and to the voluntary participate in the meditation procedure. After that, the relevant court will appoint a mediator to facilitate uh, a meeting between the dispute parties. Meditation with will inserts interaction and the communication between the dispute parties. And the meditation will assist in the identify the origin of the dispute and clarifying any requirement of the dispute parties and the proposing a solution that satisfies all the dispute parties. And the mediator is neutral and cannot preserve the disputing parties to reach a settlement, and mediator can recommend resolution based on the religious law and justice. Usually, the mediation is a resolution is a writing contract. Then the next, the implementation of meditation in Indonesian uh, in religious court. The implementation of the uh, meditation in Indonesia religious court is that co correlation with the existence of the Supreme Court number 1 of 2019, which has remained the implementation of meditation in the court. The provision of the Supreme Court regulation clearly regulate the meditation process and the procedure for judges, disputing party, and the mediators. However, there are not significant technical rules to serve as the guide of the judges. So far, judges at the religious court have only relied on fiqh reference. And the next is the implementation of meditation in the Sharia Court of Malaysia. Discussion about the Malaysian Sharia Court. In the Malaysia, the meditation process run for the 3 months. Filing that the party to the dispute may request to the court to the process with proceeding within that period. In the meditation process, the disputing parties must be present and may not be present by anyone, with the hope that the disputing parties will be success in the resolving the matter. The Malaysian Sharia Court does not pay any fees to the disputing party. Only a few cases are mentioned in the practice direction number 1 of the 2010, which is required to undergo meditation procedure. And the next, we will explain about the flow of the meditation process in the Indonesia Religious Court and the Malaysia Religious Court. It's the same about the procedure meditation in the Indonesia Religious Court and Malaysia Religious Court. First is the preparation phases. At the stage, the disputing parties will be asked to submit to request for the meditation to the religious court. In additional, there must fully court administrative requirements such as filling out a meditation application form and paying the necessary fee. After receiving the request, the court will determine the appropriate time for the place for meditation. Second is the opening stage. The stage, the mediator will explain the rules and the responsibility as well as future meditation procedure. Furthermore, the dispute parties will have the opportunity to introduce themselves. And the third is explanation stage. So the medita- the sta- at this meeting, the mediator will explain the principle of the mediation, including of confidence police neutrality of the mediator and the importance of open communication. This plan is intended to so that the disputing parties understand the meditation process and their commitment to reach a mutually benefic beneficial settlement. And the fourth step is the prospective expert stage. At the meeting, each party to the dispute will have opportunity in present their position regarding the dispute. Disputing party will be allowed to express their interest, and the mediator will listen respectfully and facilitate communication between the disputing parties to ensure that any relevant issues are communicated. And the next stage is the problem identification stage. So at the meeting, the mediator will help identify the issue at the heart of the dispute. The mediator will clarify and formulate the issue that need to be resolved and ensure that the disputing party reach an agreement about them. And the next stage is the legal explanation stage. So, this meeting, the mediator will explain the relevant religious legal principle related to dispute at the issue. This legal explanation help disputing parties understand the legal framework governing their disputing and provide a basis for finding a solution that is compatible with their religious belief. And the next stage is the solution development stage. The mediator will advise the disputing parties in the formulate a settlement that the equitable to all parties. The mediator will facilitate discussion and negotiation of the party to the reach of mutually beneficial and fair agreement. And the next stage is the agreement stage. So in the agreement stage is the agreement will be set for in the written document agreed by the all parties to dispute and monitoring by the mediator. The next is the implementation and monitoring stage. The hope at the meeting, it's a hope that disputing party will implement the agreement in accordance with the provision. The mediator or court can also supervise to ensure compliance with the agreement. And if there are changes or difference or opinion, the disputing party can return to the mediation to seek a new settlement. This is the procedure of the meditation in the Indonesian religious court and the Malaysian Sharia court. And the next, the effectiveness of meditation in Indonesia religious court and the Malaysia Sharia court. So, in recent years, in the use of meditation as alternative method of dispute resolution has increased significant in the both countries. Meditation has the potential to facilitate success, just and durable resolution. The speed of dispute resolution is the one of the most significant variables contributing the effectiveness of meditation in the two countries. And the implementation of the meditation in the Indonesian religious court and the Malaysia religious Sharia court can present its our challenges. Public awareness as a means of dispute resolution is the one of the challenges that must be overcome. Is it possible that some party will not realizing the benefit of meditation or will lack confidence it is effectiveness constantly more comprehensive effort should be made to increase public awareness of the meditation and educate individuals about the benefit and the process involved. And it's recommended that effort be made to increase the capacity of meditation mediators in the Indonesia religious court and the Malaysian Sharia court to increase the effectiveness of the meditation in the desk court. It is important for mediator to engage in the ongoing training and the professional development to ensure that they have the necessary skill to promote effective communication, manage emotion, and the reach of the fair settlement. In addition, the effectiveness of the meditation can be increased by the encourage disputing parties to participate in the meditation and providing benefit for them. And the last is the conclusion. So in general, the Indonesian Religious Court and Malaysia Sharia Court generally support meditation. Malaysia Sharia Court are fair, fast, and durable. Indonesia Religious Court follow the Islamic law. Malaysia Sharia Court fee work better than Indonesia Religious Court fees. In the contrast of the Indonesia Religious Court, the Malaysia Sharia Court does not force contesting party to pay meditation costs. Many elements favor meditation in both countries, including raising awareness, Islamic rehabilitation method, and the legislation. To improve meditation in Indonesian Religious Court and Malaysia Sharia Court, mediator skills and training, public awareness, and the acceptability and the formal legal procedure must be addressed. So I think enough for my presentation, and I I forget if I wrong. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.